I'm Jolie, and I'm from Surigao del Sur, and currently living in Dubai. Yeah, I've been here since 2008. And so I'm sure everybody has their, feeling of disgust and yung feeling ng too much regret, the pain of regret, sabi ko kagabi sa aking comment. It's just too much that even, a million or a billion, putang ina, tinyawa kang bumbunga kang bangaga kang animala ka, it cannot contain the the pain of, what he has been doing. Ano din kasi, when you are high, you are so incapable of running the country. Even nga yung kulang tayo sa tulog, diba, and we are at work, we're not able to do justice to our work kasi nga we are lethargic. How much more this bloody bangag na ito na always partying. And then here comes the wife na ngayon lang natin na realize what she meant when she told Boy Abunda, pag ako, patay silang lahat sa akin. Yeah, they cannot pay me this much. Parang, priceless daw yung kanyang, kung siya ang namumuno sa gobyerno. So here comes it. Now, my disgust started when I realized that na-realize ko kasi yung time ng kanilang campaign na I was deceived by the Aquinos, the narrative of the liberals. Sobrang tapos parang sabi ko, lumaki akong I hated the Marcoses, and then here comes Bongbong, and then, na-realize ko na parang why not give them a chance, parang mabait din naman talaga, he never retaliated and things like that. Yun pala because they didn't have the power to retaliate. But now, parang, he has all the power to retaliate to all the Filipinos na nag-ano sa kanila before when they were, removed from power. So I think ito yung kanilang retaliation sa buong Pilipinas. Tayo yung nag-aano ngayon. And ako sa kanya talaga, I realized na nabudol tayo when nag-turn around siya sa foreign policy niya. Kasi, living abroad, it was a very probably a very nice patriotic feelings na yung mga tao, the people who are not Filipinos say, Duterte is doing a really good job in your country. Tapos ganyan-ganyan, you have a voice now in the international community, although, he is being portrayed differently. Pero talaga guys, Filipinos or the Philippines got a voice now. Now, ang sinasabi naman, the same people who told me about, Philippines is performing well in blah, blah, blah. Nirespeto na yung ang inyong voice by your leaders. Ngayon naman sinasabi nila, what is this president doing in your country? Arabs telling me, Moroccans, Italians who are here. Ano bang ginagawa ng Marcos na yan? Why is he putting you in the brink of war? What has he got to do with all these things between China and America? And then sabi naman ng isang kaibigan ko na talagang he knows because he is in Europe, and he knows the talks of those people there about Imelda and the old Marcos before. Sabi niya, it has got to do with the money that were frozen. Sabi ko, you know that, huh? So sa tingin ko, this is all about the money that they are getting. Though sabi nga ni frozen veggies and vegetables and fruits, ito yun, tayo ang ano ba tawag sa Tagalog, sa Bisaya. Sir JB, please help me. Kita bitaw ang nagdawat karon sa mga we are reaping the mga bad nga mga mahitabo because of his desire to acquire again the ill-gotten wealth.
Yes, tayo ang ginagawang sakripisyo.
Yes. And number two,
para lang makuha yung tagong yaman nila.
Yes. So he doesn't care about us. This I love Philippines bullshit. This hymn that he is asking us to recite is all bullshit. It doesn't have, walang laman talaga yung mga messaging na kanyang pledge and everything. Number two, yung LTF Cup. Surigao del Sur. I grew up in a place where it is the breeding ground of NPAs. Yeah, yes. I grew up. Some people in my families joined them. I almost joined them. In my college days. Hindi lang talaga ako pinayagan ng tatay ko na pumunta dun sa excursion ko. Sabi ko, Papa, may excursion dun sa exposure, ganyan-ganyan. Sabi ng papa ko, kung pupunta ka dyan, uwi dito at magtanim ka ng palay. Because I was studying in Davao City. Sabi niya, uwi dito at magtanim ng palay at huwag ka nang mag-aral. Sabi ng papa ko, why do you have to go to the mountains? So, tapos sabi niya continuity daw. Where's the continuity now? What happened? Now again, you know, some of my family members are in the forces, in PNP and also in the military. And I always, yung nababahala ka ba? Because these NPAs, you know, they don't really, they just kill. They don't. There's no reason for them to kill. They just kill. Whether you are armed, unarmed, they just kill. They even killed our, you know, those.
Profit. They kill for profit.
They kill for profit, and now they are hired killers also. You know, you just ask them, and then you pay them 5,000, and they are hired killers nowadays.
Yes.
Number 3, war on drugs. When Duterte came, I was very happy that, you know, when I went back for a vacation in Philippines, hindi na ba ako natatakot na kahit hawak-hawak ko yung cellphone ko, walang mangi-snatch. Kasi during the Pinoy time, nagbakasyon ako, kasama ko yung aking asawa. Talagang sabi ng asawa ko, bakit ka ba? Why are you, you know, acting like a grandmother? I said, why? I'm just asking you to keep your things, you know, close to you. Your wallet, your passport. Kasi ganyan-ganyan. Dito sa Pilipinas, may snatch yan. Kasi maya-maya, nasa Manila kami, sabi ko, where's your wallet? Where's your bag? Is this thing? Lahat sinicheck ko kasi nga yung takot, yung paranoia of snatching. Tapos nung umuwi kami sa Pilipinas nung panahon ni Duterte, sabi ko, now you see why we love this president. Tapos ngayon, naman, na sa airport pa lang, nagnanakaw na yung mga putang ina. Alam mo yun, parang, you know, he is really throwing us to the dogs. Wala siyang pakialam sa atin. And it is in our hands to, you know, prevent na magiging phone tayo sa war na ito na magiging, ay putang ina. Ganda!
Sarap ng lips.
No, ganda, parang hindi puyat. Parang hindi puyat, oh.
Naka-laptop ako. So, hindi ko makita po. Ay, si Sas pala. Alam mo, Sas, because of you, I really got to be interested in foreign policy. Ito yung pinaka number 1 na rason na kinampanya ko pa yung putang inang bongbong na yan dito sa embassy sa Pilipinas. Nung nagpunta ako dun sa kasi nagpa-renew ako ng passport, sabi ng mga kabayan, ate, so sinong iboboto mo? Sabi ko, you know, iboto natin si ganyan. Kasi si Lenny, walang masyadong ganyan. Sinabi ko pa. Tapos sabi, sa mga senator, sinong iboboto mo? Sinong gusto mong iboto namin? Eh, nagbigay naman ako. Sinali ko pa si Jinggoy. Sabi ko, ibigyan natin ng chance si Jinggoy kasi na-politicize lang siya.
Kaya dapat, Tito Jolie, sa susunod na election, wala na second chance.
Wala na. Ito pa, masama daw po kay Aimee. Alam mo kasi, parang she really played a role in this. Kasi bakit tahimik siya? Hindi naman ibig sabihin, you know, even if you are a sister and sinasabi niya that I am for the Philippines, people muna, Pilipino muna, Pilipinas muna, but you're not doing enough. She's not doing enough. You know, Sarah, I understand why she is quiet because she is the Secretary of Department of Education and she is at the time now that she's trying to correct, you know, or
awayin na kasi ni Senator Aimee si Lisa. Awayin niya na.
Yes.
Tayo naman natin maaaway si Lisa kasi hindi naman natin binoto yan eh. Si Senator Aimee ang talagang best position to
pero wala siya. It's not enough. Yung mga talks lang, rhetoric lang ang kaya niyang gawin pala eh. Si Sarah kasi, alam ko, I understand why she's not really saying anything right now. Kasi Department of Secretary of Education siya ngayon. And if she says something and she is removed because of that, magsasuffer yung kanyang efforts na, kasi alam mo, I'm a family of teachers and a lot of my family, they have good words about what's going on right now. Ngayon kasi nasa bahay lang sila, first time in so many years na talagang they are resting. They have enough time with their kids, sa mga pamangkin ko. Ngayon lang talaga nangyayari. At saka na-appreciate niya yung ginagawa ni Sarah to correct the curriculum. Kasi they believe that this is gonna work for our future generation. So unless
ayan, sige po. Natin, i-synthesize na po natin para po natin ang pagkakataon yung mga susunod.
Unless sabi ni Sarah, maging mahinahon tayo, I agree. Because if not, then chaos will come and then magiging tulay pa yan na mag-aano si Marcos ng martial law at gagawin talaga parang template yung sa tatay niya, gagawin. At magsasuffer tayo for a much longer than, you know, what we are suffering right now. Talagang that time siguro, we are already crawling in poverty, crawling in everything. Para na tayong, ewan ko, the worst country in the whole world by the time.
Okay.
So yun lang, putang ina mo Marcos ka. Yawa ka, animal ka, ka. Wa ka gikulirang animal ka, gikulirang ang kang yawa animal. So yun lang po, thank you so much.